guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cierra. I love to talk about reading and writing, and this is the mid-year book tag. So I have my questions. That's what's like illuminating on my chin. It's my iPad because I have all my notes here. But let's go ahead and hop on into the first question. And the first one is, what is the best book you've read so far in 2026? I would say this is a hard one because I read a lot of amazing books. I have to pick The Seven Daughters of Dupree by Nikisha Elise Williams. That one put me through the ringer emotionally. A lot of my books put me through the ringer emotionally, but this one was so freaking good. I just love the dynamics between the mothers and daughters, and not because of like they're perfect or anything like that, but because how complicated it is and what it's like to be a mother and the different situations that they had to go through when it came to raising their daughters, because it was said in their family that having a daughter was a curse. And just really taking this notion of having a daughter being a curse in this family dynamic, and how they interact with each other, and how certain secrets get revealed, and how they navigate each generation. It was very interesting, very impactful, and it just really just kind of made me focus on what the matriarchal line looks like for my family and how we've impacted each other with each generation. And it just really makes you think about all the different struggles that mothers have with their daughters, not necessarily like an actual like curse, but just like the internal struggles, the emotional, mental struggles, the anguish of being like a single mom, all the things like that, all the things that encompass those different aspects of motherhood and being a mother to a daughter. And then the strenuous, the tension in the relationship that you can have. Not to say that it's always going to be in a relationship between a mother and the daughter, because that's not true. It could be beautiful, it could be seamless, it could be easygoing, it can be. But the fact that it also can be this very difficult relationship to have with your daughter. So I really just loved learning the story, learning the characters, seeing the dynamic between the mothers and the daughters with each generation, and just a lot of the generational weight that each mother, each female character carried throughout their journey, and throughout the story. Next question is, best sequel so far you have read in 2026. I've only read one sequel, and that is The First Family. This is from the Secrets of Maggie Gray series, and this one was good. I really like this one. The third one, not so much, but yeah, The First Family was really, really good. I really just liked learning about more of the family dynamic, and Jesus Christ, the sister who kind of like left the family was doing her own thing. I'm so grateful, because the men in that family, ooh, something wrong with all of them. Like, it gave me like alpha male vibes, and they're literally wolves, but still, it's just like, it was very unsettling. I was like, thank God you got out. Well, you could, girl. Like, why you don't interact with them all that much? Because I wouldn't either. Okay. What's a new release you haven't read yet but want to? I don't have a book in mind. There's books being released all the time, and all of them sound really interesting. I can't focus on every single one, or like any one that I want to read immediately. Also because, financially, that's just not gonna happen. What's the most anticipated release for the second half of 2026? I do not have one. I don't even know what's coming out. I try to keep up, but even then, I feel like that urge to like, I really need it. I need that one right now. And it's like, I don't have the funds. So there's no way for me to get those books. So it's just not possible. But any book that's coming out in the second half of 2026, I hope they do amazingly. I just won't get to it for like 30 plus years probably. Next question is, the biggest disappointment. I would say the third book in the Secret World of Maggie Gray series. What is the name of the third book? I forgot the name of the third book already. Because it just, I didn't care. Like, it wasn't giving me what I wanted. Because I feel like for me, I was having so much fun within the world of like the girls in the university, and then we started to branch out to a little bit. Like the first family was really, really good. I like that one. I like that sequel. But the first book was amazing. Loved it. But the third one, I think it just like got a little bit too further away from everything, and I was just like, yeah, I don't care about that. I just want to focus on school. I'm like, when I read books about schools, that's where like my focus is at. I'm a very like academically centered. Jesus Christ, my cousins are talking, the fireworks are going off, and I'm highly annoyed. But yeah, I just like really love a school setting. And when you go from the school setting in a fantasy world for me and like doing more stuff, I'm like, yeah, I don't need to pay attention to that. Like, let's focus on the best right here. Like, that's just who I am. What's the biggest surprise? And I would say that is Malcolm X's speeches at Harvard. And it was more so because a lot of the speeches that he had, because it led to a lot of different like thought processes and discussions and things that I'm still processing to this day, which is what led to a whole article that I posted over on Substack, which we'll get to that next. We'll get to that in a minute. Favorite author, I won't say favorite author, but an author I want to dive more into is S.A. Cosby, because Razor Blade Tears were so good. Like, mwah. I need to dive more into his work. Absolutely. Newest fictional crush, I don't have one. I don't remember reading any romance books lately. I read a few at the beginning, but no one was like, ugh, swoon-worthy. Like, you know, they were alright, you know. Newest favorite character, Asha. I love Asha from The Secret World of Maggie Gray. She is literally hands down one of my favorite characters by far this year. I swear, I love the girl through and through. No one can top her, okay? The way that she will check somebody in an instant, I love it. I love it. I love it for her, and I hope for everybody else's sake that you do not fuck with her, because she will eat you alive and she will put you in your place in 2 seconds. Like, I love Asha. I love her so much. A book that made you cry, none, but no, there was not a book that made me cry. And the next question is a book that made you happy. So it's none to both of those questions, but other books made me emotional in other ways. When it came to a lot of thinking, a lot of thought processes, a lot of things that came up for the books for me, not necessarily made me cry or happy, but just books that really made me like sit and think about the story, the themes. So like Razor Blade Tears, The Seven Daughters of Dupree. What's another one? Like Malcolm X's speeches. There's so many books that like made me just like sit. Burn Down Master's House. Yeah, as you can see the theme here. There's a lot of books that really just make me like sit and think, and that's really what it drums up for me when it comes to what I've read so far. Favorite book to movie adaptation? I haven't seen any, so I can't answer this question. I would love to see Children of Blood and Bone, but I'm not sure how well that's gonna do, because as I'm filming this, literally, like, it's been found out that Tommy wants no association with the movie, and has blocked Amandla on social media, and she will not be talking about the movie. I was like, okay. Because I guess pretty much from what it seems like is like they're taking her book and doing an adaptation on it. They're like switching some shit around, and it's like, yeah, then I'm not going to be involved with that either then, because no. No. Favorite review you've written, and that is my post over on Substack, the We Are Grieving post, my We Are Grieving article. I love it. That one took the most time for me to like sit, write, and process, with one of the lines from Malcolm X's speeches. Yeah, it drummed up a lot for me, and with writing that, I wanted to do it as authentic, but as I won't say professional, but just in a way that it will come across the way I want it to come across. I didn't want it to come off like in an angry, bitter way or anything like that, but more like in a thought-provoking way. So I really broke it down like through the stages of grief as African Americans and our loved ones in Africa. Like we are grieving on both sides when it comes to what African Americans have lost because of slavery and what Africans have lost because of slavery. And it goes both ways. Like we lost, like we created culture here. We created a lot of different things, and I love that for us, but we also lost our culture to our motherland. We lost that connection. And from the African side, they lost their generations of people that would have been there with them. So on both sides, we are grieving. We're grieving a loss that is insurmountable. Like it's devastating. And I think that's where a lot of our misunderstanding each other comes from, because it's literally, it's not a black versus, it's not an African American versus African dynamic. It's literally just the fact that literally they've lost generations of us because of people putting us on ships, our own people being ripped from our motherland, dying on ships, dying on land that's not even freaking ours, dying in water, all for what? For no fucking reason. So it's just an insurmountable level of grief. Like that to me, that's really what it is when it comes down to why we struggle with each other. I don't remember the exact line, but I will link the video in the description box below, because I did break down Malcolm X's speeches at Harvard. I broke down the book there, and I did mention I did mention a line that brought up this conversation. And yeah, I feel like that's the thing. That's really what it is. Like when you sum it up in a sentence, it's just that we're grieving. We're grieving, we're hurt, and we're pissed, and we're frustrated with the loss that we have, while other people, even though their family members may have like moved away from their culture, moved from their country, they still have a connection to that culture. You see it with other countries. You see it with people who are like, oh yeah, we're Italian. Like, yeah, even though we're here, but we have a connection to like Italy. We have a connection to the culture. Yet when we come over here and we create our own culture, it's a fucking problem. And we're doing so based off of survival. And we struggle with keeping that connection to our African ancestry. And some people, they have carried it on very well, but not everybody has done that. Like my family, we don't celebrate Kwanzaa. I've never heard about us celebrating Kwanzaa. I've never heard my family talk about any African traditions that we have. None whatsoever. And that's what it's like for a lot of African American households, where it's lost. It was lost. We don't know when it was lost. It could have been going all the way back to when they first grabbed a whole bunch of people and put them on a fucking ship. We don't know where that connection was lost, but it was lost. And that leaves both of us, just the Black community in general, fucking lost. Lost, frustrated, grieving, upset, tired, drained, because literally they severed our connection to our motherland. That's my favorite piece, because it really just breaks down to that sentence. And as simple as that sentence is, it's really ridiculous, like how much pain is in that sentence. And I need people to understand that. Okay, I'll also link my post here in the description box too, because if y'all want to argue, y'all can argue with the post on Substack, because I'm right. Thank you. Next question is the most beautiful book you bought this year, to a lighter note. Actually, this is really hard to do, but I picked both of Jackie I's books, How to Be a Better Adult and I Live to Serve the Witch. I just really love the style of it. It's very like just cartoon style, but also anime styled, and just quirky, cute, simple, but colorful and unique in its own way. It just stands out to me. And like even on the back, She has like the little designs in the corners, you see? Yeah, like that. And also just the font too. I just think that it's really cute. Like you can barely see it on this one, but it's there. Yeah. And then last question, books you need to read by the end of the year. All of the books behind me. Well, not all the way to the end of the year, but I would say a lot of the books that I need to read, want to read. I really want to focus more on my physical copies. And yeah, I just really want to focus on my physical copies. I have read, I have listened to a few audiobooks, but since the end of May, I haven't really listened to one. I just always stop. I think it's because, I don't know. It's kind of weird because here's the thing. I love audiobooks because audiobooks get me out of my head. They get me out of my thoughts. But lately, since the end of May, it's actually made it worse. Or at least like it hasn't helped to try to escape into a book through audiobook. It's like it doesn't help. So I need to read the physical copy. I don't know what's going on with me mentally. It's very draining. I'm exhausted. I just don't feel like myself. And it's a very jarring experience, so I don't know like how to navigate it. Like this is not me rambling just about personal things, but I want to get back to doing the things that I love. At the same time, I'm struggling to love it. And not because I don't love it, but I'm struggling to find the passion. Oh, I need to do this. I need to make a video. I need to do this. Like, I feel like I've lost it. I feel just like I feel so drained, so exhausted. Hey, I'm filming. Be quiet. Yeah, I just feel really drained, exhausted. I don't know. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying the best I can. I'm getting distracted because literally there are fireworks going off right over here, and I'm just trying to keep track, make sure nothing like gets set off fire in this stupid backyard because the rest of the family's gone. So, yeah. Well, hopefully that didn't mentally drain you, as it hopefully didn't make you depressed, because that's the state that I'm in right now. Hopefully you liked the video. If you liked the video, be sure to like it, comment below. If you want to answer one of the questions, I'll put the questions in the description box too. That way you'll have them so you can answer them, because I actually had to go looking for it because ain't nobody posted the questions. So I was like, okay. Well, until next time, stay magical, you guys. Bye. Mwah.